The world is full of strange and unsettling mysteries, but few are as chilling as the case of Oakhaven. One morning, the town was just quiet. Too quiet. Security cameras, the only witnesses left, captured the eerie final moments of a community that simply ceased to exist. Imagine waking up to find your entire neighborhood gone. That's what first responders found in Oakhaven. Cars were left abandoned in driveways, some with doors still ajar. Breakfast tables were set, waiting for families that would never return. 6 families, a total of 23 people, had vanished overnight without a trace. The initial investigation was baffling. There were no signs of a struggle, no ransom notes, no clues whatsoever. It was as if they had all just stood up and walked away from their lives, leaving everything behind. The police were stumped, and the media frenzy that followed only deepened the mystery. Theories ranged from a mass abduction to a cult-like event, but nothing stuck. The only evidence they had was hours upon hours of silent, watching security footage. And what that footage revealed was more terrifying than anyone could have imagined. As investigators pored over the recordings, a disturbing pattern began to emerge. During the day, the town was a ghost town, frozen in time. But when night fell, something changed. In house after house, lights would flicker on, illuminating empty rooms. Then the cameras would capture them, figures standing perfectly still in living rooms, staring out of dark windows, or positioned in hallways. They looked like the missing residents, but they weren't moving. They weren't even blinking. Just standing, like statues, for hours on end. The footage was bone-chilling. Who were these silent figures? Were they the missing families? And if so, what were they doing? The investigators were at a loss. One officer described it as watching a photograph that was somehow alive. The figures would remain motionless until just before dawn, when the lights would switch off and the houses would return to their empty, silent state. This happened night after night. The town of Oakhaven wasn't just empty. It was being occupied by silent, unmoving duplicates of its former inhabitants. The last piece of the puzzle came from a single, handheld camera found on the street. It belonged to a local teenager, a kid named Leo, who was known for making amateur documentaries. He must have stayed behind, determined to film what was happening to his town. His footage was shaky, filled with panicked breathing as he crept through the darkened streets, filming the lit-up houses from outside. He whispered to the camera, describing the figures he saw inside, his voice trembling with a mix of fear and disbelief. He was trying to get closer to his own house. The final moments of Leo's recording are the stuff of nightmares. He's hiding in some bushes, aiming his camera at his own front window. Inside, he can see figures that look like his parents and his little sister, all standing motionless in the living room. Tears are streaming down his face as he whispers, "Mum, Dad." He adjusts the camera, trying to get a clearer shot, and for a split second, the lens catches his own reflection in the dark glass. But he's not alone. The reflection shows someone standing directly behind him, a tall, shadowy figure with no discernible features. The camera clatters to the ground, and the recording cuts to black. That was the last thing ever seen or heard from Oakhaven. The footage was logged as evidence. The case went cold, and the town remains a quarantined, silent monument to a mystery that no one can explain. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy diving into the unknown, be sure to subscribe for more strange stories.